Hello and good morning, ladies and gentlemen, my divine masculine and my divine feminine. This is a reading again for the divine masculine, and this reading will be from December 11th, which is today. Happy Friday reading, guys, until December 20th of 2020, after which we will do another check for you. Now, with this situation here, for the next couple of days. We also have the 12-12 portal that will happen tomorrow. And then again, there is going to be a surge of new energies, which will take its time to resettle or settle down with this collective divine masculine of all zodiac signs. So these energies will be in vogue within the span of time, okay, from December 11th until December 20th of 2020. So, the spoiler alert, guys, that I want to give you, my divine feminines, at this point in time, the whole situation, the whole focus, the whole part of the story for the divine masculine, it's all about you. It's all about you, which is also forcing him to change his own pattern in life. Okay? And this is happening because he's coming to the point of realization that everything is going to work out with you, divine feminine. But it's only going to work out when he works himself in the right way again. And it's a little bit challenging for him because for a long time he has not been able to understand himself, and he had been throwing his blame all over the place. He has been blaming his destiny, he has been blaming his karma, he has been blaming people around him, but himself for all the mistakes. That's what I'm getting out of those few cards in here. So, what it is now, the universe is pushing him to understand. It's not about blaming other people, it's not about blaming other situations, it's not about having regrets in life, it's not about having pent up emotions, bad emotions inside him. It's about the way he now transitions out of that situation, which in turn will transition the whole story for him with you. Because you, as divine feminine, guys, remember, you will not want a man in your life who has all the baggages anymore. You will want to see a person in your life with in a situation with you where whatever the story that you guys are trying to build up or will be building up should be free of all the past baggages for you, for him, so that you guys can start a totally fresh story in here for whatever amount of time. Okay, so that point of story has now come into focus for the divine masculine, who is realizing that, if he really wants to come forward, if he really wants to give you everything he has with him, if he really wants to merge the whole story, the whole situation, he will have to first settle down for himself, in himself, by himself, in the right place. Because otherwise, it'll be again that same energy, as I have repeatedly said, where he will go a few steps and then he will stop and then he will again go back a few steps. So he doesn't want to do that anymore. So now he is making sure within this time period that he needs to come back into his power, into his strength, into his wisdom, into all the chakras that need to heal, and resettle his own life, not with the other environmental collective factor, but by himself. And that is the situation that he is getting into within the next couple of days. And he's reworking on that situation, and it's going to be a very internal reworking for him within the next few days. And here is what, also what I'm getting, guys. Okay. Now, having said this, astrologically, he has got Virgo, I analyze, or card number 18 that breaks down to 9, okay, which is the Hermit energy in here. Now, with Virgo, I analyze, it's all about the situation that he's getting is that all the overthinking, overanalyzing, overworking, that kind of a situation that he had been in with his worry, with his troubles about what might never happen, had been holding him for a long time, which is where his spirit card is telling him in the astrological format that you don't have to worry about all that. Keep yourself in the sunlight. Okay, keep yourself in the sunlight because, with this Virgo card of Hermit, one can tend to be a little bit picky about situations too. Or they can be insanely organized about their own situation too. Okay, whichever way it works. But they're highly intelligent, highly conscientious about their own story, and they prefer to step back. They prefer to analyze situations before moving ahead. And that is the astrological part of the story for this collective divine masculine in here. Okay. It is also a fact, with this card that, like I said, they kind of overthink because they are scared of what things might go wrong. So they really want that foolproof kind of a plan to move forward because they don't like situations or things when they go wrong. So they do all that worry and organization, insanely organized, just so that going forward, things should not go wrong. Because if things go wrong, they do not like that at all. So they're taking their time to step back at this point, the divine masculine. That's because, like I said, though the spirit card is telling him you don't have to overthink, overanalyze, keep yourself in the sunlight, it's all good, but they are doing it as well because they don't want things to go wrong again. Okay? So, which is being absolutely organized about their own life situation, about their own body, about their own health, their own wealth. More mainly so with their body structure. Okay. So this is that situation where the divine masculine now knows that his body has to heal. He has to heal. His worries will be a little bit there, but it's like I said, he's overanalyzing things because he doesn't want things to go wrong, but that itself will calm down as soon as he realizes that that kind of worry is not going to help him. What he needs to do now is to put his practical sense into use and do the practical groundwork for himself. Okay? To correct matters, to be very intelligent, to be very conscientious about the whole story in here, about his health. Because with this card, he gets giving and receiving. See, this is like the Six of Pentacle energy, right? So this energy will be there with him. and he's trying hard to organize himself in the way that he now can actually reciprocate in this situation with you, Divine Feminine, and match your energy level as well in that give and take situation. And he can do that. It's only when he feels completely organized in his body, health, wealth, mind, in every form and in every shape, to come forward in this give and take reciprocity. Because, like, this is a situation that he knows that if he cannot match your energy level in this give and take situation, it will again go back to the same place, because then again it will be like you giving more than he taking. He giving you, and he doesn't want to do that. He wants to be in that equal balance with you, Divine Feminine, so that he can come forward and match you, like I said, and match you in every shape and form, with your health, energy, with your wealth, with your vitality, with your emotions, with every part of the story, just not in the physical world, but as well as in the 5D, where he can actually bring together this twin flame connection in the right way. And that is where he is working. It's a very internal kind of a situation that he has come to terms, or will be coming to terms with himself, because the next Akashic card is the Queen of Roses, which is you, Divine Feminine. Because see, he looks at you in this way. He looks at you as a figure who has every kind of independence, who has every nourishment, who is mature, who is understanding, who is very motherly, who is full of love, who can bring things to fruition. So he knows that you are in this energy of this loving connection as well. Okay, so he wants to be with you. He wants to be with you because he wants to invite you back in his life again. And you will come back to his life again. But before you come back, he is doing his own work. So that he can bring you as his wife, or as his partner, into this relationship. But before he can do that, guys, he is definitely working for himself. Because like I told you, that this give and take will be possible. It's like the base chakra energy, where he finds you as a place of his comfort, excuse me, his nourishment, his security, his well-being. His energy is with you. So he wants to match that energy with you, Divine Feminine, in order to make you happy. And that is where the card of Observer, or card number 12, or the Hangman energy, comes in, where he is being enlightened about the situation, that he now needs to really gather up himself in the right way to do this entire story for you, as well as for him. Because again, like I said, if he cannot match you, if he cannot be in the same equilibrium of the energy level with you, and if he cannot do that, he cannot invite you back into his life to give and take in the right way. So for him to do that, he will have to be totally organized. He will have to be totally balanced. He will have to be a complete divine masculine, not the distorted divine masculine anymore. And that is where he's taking his time. He's putting his energies, he's putting his faith into the story, where he is also the dark night of the soul, where he is making sacrifices of those situations or those worries or those areas which earlier he had not been able to move from. Okay, with patience, he is working on this situation, because now when he calls you back into his life, he wants to be totally fair, he wants to be totally clear, and he wants to do things with you by right. Okay, so that's why he is working for himself as well as you, because he now really wants to make you happy. And that is clarified by this card of energy, joy is fun. This is his story. He wants all kind of fun. He wants to bring, this is his wish fulfillment. Changing this energy level for himself so that he can make you happy. You two guys can join hands. You two guys can come together. You two guys can build things happily, live happily ever after. But for that to happen, he will have to work totally with himself, for himself, into this direction where he will be at par with you in this reciprocity of this beautiful connection in here. Now, with joy is fun, he has got moving on and clarity of belief. So, see, this is the clarity of belief. Moving on is the Eight of Cups energy. He's trying to leave the past behind. He's leaving the past behind. And as he is moving out of the Two of Swords energy, of the unnecessary worry, and organizing himself in the right way, he's getting the clarity of belief, or card number 1 in here. That this is the vibration, this is the energy that will bring back all the joy, all the fun, all the happiness into this connection, which right now he is taking his time because he is in the Hanged Man energy. It's because he is working, like I said, internally. He is working for himself to leave all the bad situations and to come to you as in the form of the right divine masculine. Okay. Now the next two cards in here with the Moonology says, South Node, don't let your past hold you back. Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. Self-explanatory, guys. This is where he is adjusting himself with the South Node, with his past karma, with his past karmic situations, where he is leaving things, getting the clarity of belief and understanding himself in the right way, that if he has to move forward, which he will have to come forward in the right way. And these two cards are clarified with card number 3, or sadness and isolation, where the spirit world is telling him that he now needs to get out of that shadow dark energy in here and shine back into light again. Okay, so this is where all the energies are working for him at this point in time. But like I said, he really is working hard on himself, Divine Feminine, because he really wants to give you things in the right way, because he has realized and learned his lessons from the past, from his earlier situations, from his earlier lessons. He has learned about his own mistakes, what he did previously, and what happened to this connection in here. Okay, now with the astrological part, guys, he's got 47, or Grand Cross Provoker, and then he's got Uranus Genius, which is the Tower in here. Okay, now with these two cards, guys, this is calling for adventure. This is like the Nine of Wands energy, which is telling him that life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Okay, and this is the area of his tension, that he now wants the adventure. And it's also, because it's the area of tension in his astrological part of the story, it's also becoming a great catalyst for movement and change, which is where Uranus and Genius, or the Tower, is coming into effect. Okay? With the Grand Cross, so the Nine of Wands, it's talking about the pressure. See, he's been feeling the pressure because he knows that if he doesn't come to you in the right way, things are not going to work out. And because of that, the pressure is building up that he now has to cross over the old situation, release himself. That's a pressure. That's becoming the catalyst of movement for him and change. Okay, that he will have to put back the discipline in his life because he's quite frustrated with everything that has happened to him earlier, where now he's looking for the growth. He's looking for that competition of growth for his victory, which is where Uranus or genius or the tower or this divine intervention is coming again in his life or will come again to break down the old structure and change this, because this is the catalyst for change. So this catalyst of change will happen within this next couple of days with this sudden revolution, sudden change of this alternative lifestyle where he can be happy again, where he will be happy again, is coming into the forefront. So this changes, and because of this, he knows that he will have to reorganize himself pretty quickly and well. Because if he doesn't, then this divine intervention will collapse the structure in a bad way, and he doesn't want that to happen. Because he wants competition, he wants growth, he's feeling that pressure of moving forward in this journey. He's frustrated with life, he's tired with life. He wants that daring adventure, which is the catalyst of change as the tower that is going to happen in his life very soon, which is going to bring back the whole situation again for him in a different way. Okay, which is the catalyst. This is the 12-12 portal as well that's going to happen and shake up the entire foundation for this man once again. Okay, so all these changes are happening in here, and this is the time period where he is going through this internal revolution of change to accept back that new change, to accept back the north node from his old south node, to move towards the direction of his happiness with you, divine feminine, and to bring back himself in the right way to match his energy level with you in the right form and shape. Now, with the Akashic in the bottom of the deck is the Six of Scrolls or the Sands of Time. Okay, so what they're saying is that in some matters of importance, time is the essence for him now. He cannot, he will have to move quickly. So, and there is an opportunity that's coming up that he doesn't want to miss. So it could be an opportunity of a new project or a new situation or a new personal connection that requires action, and he's getting ready for it, for that completion to happen. Okay, so his focus at this time is on the time. It's on the time. And, he knows there is still a lot of effort that needs to be put in, because the bottom of the deck again is the chess game, caught in the ruins and the crescent moon, which is where he is working out of that south node, out of the place of his own restriction with the third party or with people around him in the collective. He is working to bring back his abundance, and he knows that he will have to do this quickly because time is catching up with this part of the story here in this collective. Okay, so he will have to move. He will have to move very quickly, whatever that he is working for at this point. Okay, now the bottom of the deck for the quantum oracle is great gratitude, and his consciousness is permitting him to move forward because he's got great gratitude. So he knows that if you were not there with him, divine feminine, he wouldn't have been able to revive his own life. So that is the reason he's got a lot of gratitude with him, And with the Moonology card, it's the missing of, nothing will come out of the situation void, of course, Moon. This is the Eight of Cups energy. This is where he is leaving his old karmic situation, old path, old worries, old tension, his old status quo, his fears, everything, his old emotional belief that has created a lot of regret in his life. He's leaving everything at this point to move forward. Now, the bottom of the deck for this is heal, and then he's got new vitality. See, he's pushing himself back into bringing back his old self, or his actual self, of the understanding that he's receiving, that he has to work with his health. Very important. He has to work with his health, wealth, everything. His health is his wealth right now, that he will have to pay attention to at this point in order to move forward and bring back the new vitality in his life to match your health and wealth, Divine Feminine, because both of you guys need to be in the same level or on the same plane. Okay, so this is what he is working towards very, very internally. Maybe some of you guys, the Divine Masculine, could be taking, could be joining gyms, could be going for a workout to revive your health situation. Some of you guys could be looking at your physical shape and performance of the last few years and what you now need to improve on your health first in order to move forward and leave the bad part of the emotion that has been causing a lot of distress and worry in your life, which was also one of the reasons for the breakdown of his health. Okay, so this is where the story is coming now in this next couple of days, guys, where he will be totally focused on rebuilding his self in the right way, on reworking on his health more so, I'm getting, in the right way to match you in the right way, Divine Feminine, so that both of you can bring together a lot of joy and happiness in each other's life as well. Okay, and that will be possible, like I said, that will be possible only when two people of the same energy, vibration, and level can come together and be on the same page. Okay, because if one is not feeling well, the other will not be able to push the other person too much, So both you guys will have to be on the same energy vibration in here, and that is the message that he is getting from his spirit at this point, that he needs to be a part of the story in the right way with you, Divine Feminine. All right? Now let's move into the tarot and see what the tarot has to tell us in here. Please talk to me about Virgo. I analyze giving and receiving. He's got the King of Swords in here. Look. So he's very alert. He's very intelligent. He's a very respected figure by himself, but he's very stoic. He's very stoic. It also could be that he's also receiving wise advice from some people about the situation in here, as I explained. Okay? And what they are telling him is to be impartial at this moment, but to remain objective and be very fair-minded. Okay? So it has to be in that energy is coming to him, or he is taking the advice of this person in his life to communicate clearly, be very unemotional about relationships that no longer work for him, where he is coming to the point of understanding that he has to be emotionally unavailable to unemotional relationships. That, that he now needs to reorganize his mental clarity, where he has to give and take things, where he has to put the effort now to give and say a thank you, or give and take things with people in general. So he's becoming very, very intelligent, or somebody in his life is giving him that wisdom in here with the King of Pentacle energy, which is, at the same time, it's also, moving him towards his compassion, towards his accomplishment, towards his charisma, being very grounded, having the Midas touch, bringing back his health, wealth, vitality. Because, see, if you look at these two cards in here, what I'm also getting, guys, is that earlier he has been giving people way too much than they deserved, which has also ruined him financially. So now he has to come to the point of being unemotionally available. Of being emotionally unavailable to unemotional relationships and stop the give and take in order to bring back his own health, wealth, and vitality, his own health and wealth more so. Okay? And especially his finances. So, therefore, he has to organize himself in the right way, be very intelligent, be very impartial, but, getting into the figure of being very stoic, who people respect, and they understand that they cannot fool around with this person. Okay, where he could be, like I said, where he could be taking the help of a judge, of a lawyer, of a tax accountant who is figuring out his finances way for him too, which is again being organized with his finances, that in turn is going to reorganize his health and his wealth and his vitality as well. Also, for some people too, is also what I'm getting. Let's look at the Queen of Roses and Observer, and this is all he's doing, guys, is because he now knows that he has to control his finances for you. Okay, otherwise, if other people are going to come and take away his money, he won't have anything left for himself, right? And for you. So, therefore, he has to be very, very intelligent, stoic in his clarity of thoughts to communicate clearly when people come to him looking for money. He has to tell them a no, which means a no, and he has to put a barrier in the place of his give and take in the collective that he has in his life in here. And that, like I said, he could be getting into that energy, or it could be that he is taking the help of somebody like this energy here who is pushing this situation into his life. Let's look at the Queen of Roses and observe. And this also could be that he's also observed you and has understood that, being in the hangman energy, like I said, that you too have worked in this way. And he has seen that for himself, and now he wants to bring back that story so that both you guys can, like I said, can be on the same level with each other, with your health, wealth, and vitality on the same page. Now, with the Queen of Roses and the Observe card, he gets the Ace of Cups, okay, which is bringing back a new emotional experience in this twin flame connection. It's a very romantic situation, and look, the star. He sees you as the star, divine feminine. He sees you as his future, and he's having faith in the story in here, where he knows that being with you can bring about the positive changes and the end of his own challenging times for his own life with this new relationship that he is putting up, where there is a great awakening of his psychic ability and spiritual insight, where he will communicate that to you. Or maybe he's going for a new home, a new residence with you, building up a new home, new residence with you that is going to bring back a lot of peace and harmony. And that's why he's taking care of the story with his finances in here so that he can come forward and make you that offer. And it's just a matter of time. He's holding on because he's getting enlightened on this story and he knows that time is the essence. He will have to do that very quickly. Very, very quickly, or else it will again be stalled for a long time. So that's why he is probably, like I said, he's probably taking the help of a financial advisor, a tax accountant, a lawyer, a judge, whoever it is in his life, or he is getting that kind of clarity that now he really needs to work in the right way to bring back things in the right situation for you and with you, Divine Feminine. Let's look at the joyous fun, moving on, and clarity of belief. And this is where, it's like the universe is pushing him out with that void of moon, like I said, the Eight of Cups energy, for him to understand that he cannot sit in that energy. Time is the essence. Time is a big factor, and if he doesn't work on himself, and this time is gone, it's gone. It will not be easy for him to bring it back again, So he will have to be really very smart at this point in time to take hold of the situation and work in the right way for this connection. With this cards, he gets release, look. Okay, card number 13, which is death, transition, and Six of Pentacles. Yeah. He's getting into this energy, guys, of clearing the old, of the death, of the transition, which is going to bring back this reciprocity with you, Divine Feminine. And he knows that he will have to release the old Eight of Cups, put a stopgap to it, change the whole story. And the clarity of belief is, that he will, once he can do that, this whole situation of give and take will change for him with you, where both you guys, the World card, where both you guys will complete the last chapter of your life, or he's completing the last chapter of his life to move forward into this give and take, merging of the situation with you, Divine Feminine. Okay, because this is the clarity, and that's why the Eight of Cups is showing up, because he's realized that he has to move, like I told you, and I'm repeating myself because this is very important, is that if he has to move forward, it will have to be very carefree, it has to be very light energy, it has to be very joyous energy, it has to be full of fun, where both you guys share the same thought, have the same feelings for one another, are ready to give each other every time, energy, money, every part of your time, energy and money, okay, and do things for one another in the right way. And that is where death is showing up, which is a chapter that is going to close with regards to the situation here, people. Okay, so it's a beautiful energy that he's getting and working himself into with the King of Cups. Or like I said, somebody is helping him to work into this energy here. Let's look at the South Node, the third quarter of the moon, and sadness and isolation here. And this is the energy that is going to bring back the entire story in the right way, guys. And with this, he's got renewal, or 20, which is judgment, which is a total reawakening from this Four of Cups energy, from all that story of missed opportunity, failing to make things happen, failing to recognize the opportunity he had, where he missed the point with the distractions of his daily life, and there happened a lot of discontentment where he was lost in his own world, where he was not able to do and bring back the 10 of Cups or the 6 of Cups. Look, so which is where he is working towards this situation, and getting the clarity of belief with regards to this entire situation of judgment, which is pushing him out, where he's reviewing the past with compassion and asking for forgiveness and moving ahead into the new direction, where there is clarity on his life purpose, and in the heart where he now knows what he now needs to do. So he's pushing himself. There is a lot of expansion, guys, that is happening at this point in time in his life, or will happen in his life as he moves into the next part of the story here. Okay, into the next part of the story. So it's a lot of expansion energy here. A lot of expansion energy with all the situation of the past that is totally going to close its door and let you guys move forward into the next part, into the next chapter of your life. And it's happening, okay? It's happening because, like I told you guys, that one of you probably is ready, but if the other person is not completely ready and being like you will not be able to take this journey forward. So both of you guys will have to be on the same plane here. Will have to be on the same plane, which is happening. Which is happening here, Divine Feminine. There is a lot of expansion energy coming back into this twin flame connection in the collective here. With the King of Cups, with the King of Swords. This King of Swords is, remember, you cannot take him for a ride. Very, very stoic energy. Very intelligent, very alert, with his mental, logical mind. But this king is also the king who remains very objective and being very being very fair-minded. In public as well. With the King of Pentacles, you again got the Six of Pentacles. Guys, there is a lot of merger of this give and take with the Ace of Swords. Look, this is the clarity. This is the clarity that the Divine Masculine is getting now. That he has to change the whole story for himself and with you, Divine Feminine, in order to bring this connection in the right progress or in the right process. He is totally looking, and it's also a part of his being in the right balance, okay, of his logical intuition and understanding. Because you can do the give and take with the King of Swords, where you can equally divide your assets, both of you, in the right way, and make sure that you keep a fair share for those who need it, and putting the rest of them in the same kitty. It's also that energy where both of you guys will now have that give and take, which is where the situation is coming to for the Divine Masculine. Let's look at the Ace of Cups. And this is the situation, guys. This is where the situation is for the man in here. For the man. And this is where he's organizing his health, his wealth, and his vitality. With the Ace of Cups, he's got the Ace of Pentacles. Look, this is the new beginning. This is a new home. This is a new situation. This is a new part of the communication in the tangible world with regards to starting fresh from the Eight of Swords. Okay, where there had been an Eight of Swords energy, guys. Where there was no communication, where there was no movement, where he had been stuck in that energy of not being able to move forward with his dreams, wishes, and ambitions towards his own life path, where that Five of Swords was his energy here, with the Eight of Swords and Five of Swords. That stopped him from moving because he was fighting that energy and he couldn't get through with that energy because he knew that the moment he submitted himself to you, or the moment he surrendered himself to you, he would be defeated. And that is the energy, the Eight of Cups, and that is the energy he's now letting go. He is now letting go the Eight of Cups because he's realized that he cannot sit in that energy anymore with the Queen of Cups. He's coming forward to you guys because he now wants that unconditional love to merge in the right way in the tangible world as well, that earlier he could not do. He could not do because he got caught in that mental entrapment of his own defeat, where he was fighting that energy because he was scared that he will be defeated in front of you. And that was the defeat he was scared of with you, Divine Feminine. That he could not offer his love to you because he felt that the moment he tells you the truth, he will be defeated. He will not. And plus, if he has a karmic situation or if he has a third party situation, that was the fight for him. That was the fight he was having, where he could not leave that situation completely to walk towards you, which is what is happening now. Where death is coming in here with the clarity of belief. He's got duped so many times. He's got Eight of Cups. He's got the Six of Pentacles so many times. He's got 3 times the Six of Pentacles, which is clearly indicating that this is a whole new transition that is happening in his life, in his mental understanding, in his mental process, in his physical world, that earlier whatever he could not do now needs to be redone, and where time is catching up with him. Time is the essence now. Time is a big time essence now. Okay, guys? So he will have to do this work very quickly for himself. Let's look at the Death and the Six of Pentacles here. And this is the situation, guys. This is where the situation is. This is where the situation, Queen of Wands. Yeah, look at the passion. Look at the passion that he has, the High Priestess, where he's going to lift a lot of secrets that he had been holding in the story with you, Divine Feminine, because he also looks at you as a magical person of a lot of magnitude and magnetic attraction and charm, who has that esoteric quality of being ambitious, of making things happen, if he can come to her in the right way. She is the one who can change the whole situation in the story and bring back that fun and enjoyment and the life force in this whole story in here. Okay? And that is the Four of Swords. See, this is the story where he now knows, he has to heal the situation with you completely. The Three of Swords. This is the story where you have got hurt before, and he now needs to rework on this entire situation from the Three of Swords and bring back that total love and that merger of this connection into this twin flame journey in the right way. And this is all that he's working on, guys. Bringing back his own new vitality and this connection in the right way. He's putting a lot of internal effort at this point, more so his logical effort of what he can now do to merge this connection in the right way towards you and towards him and towards the both of you. Okay, there is a lot of healing that is also going on in his logical mind, which is giving him the clarity of belief, where once he's able to leave that past behind and move towards the future, and that is what he is exactly trying to do. Let's look at the renewal here. And this is the Judgment. This is a complete awakening. That adjustments are required. He will have to adjust himself with you in the right way towards every situation for this renewal to happen with the Three of Wands. This is the story moving forward, and he's ready. He's getting ready with Temperance. He's balancing back himself in the right way because he now wants to take this movement. He's ready. He's out of the Two of Wands energy. He's making things happen. He wants to speak with you. He wants to talk with you. He wants to communicate with you. He wants to release the old and bring back a new life force into this connection where both of you guys can move into the direction of the Four of Wands, into that safety. He's also planning his own safety here, his own security here, where he feels happy. He's getting ready for that. He's already ready. Okay, he's lifted all the obstructions, and he's lifting all the obstructions of his life. He's making adjustment with his own life, path. He's taking the situation to the next level. He's just waiting for the ships. He's just waiting for the perfect time, and that's when he will move. But internally, he's getting ready for this next venture, for this next adventure. It could be also that he's planning to move overseas or planning to travel overseas. It could be anything for anybody. Or making a plan to travel in a different direction. It could be anything. Okay, with the Nine of Swords and the Sun. See, where there was a lot of pain before. Opening up his heart to receive the new influence, adjusting with the old. With the Nine of Swords, adjusting with his pain, guilt, sorrow, the Seven of Swords, where there has been a lot of lies, deceit, and the Fool card, and moving forward to take that leap of faith. He's already started to work in this direction, guys. Page of Pentacle, Two of Pentacle, to merge the Ten of Pentacle. Yeah, to merge the story, to bring back the Ten of Pentacle in here with the King of Pentacle. This is his dream. This is his ambition with you, Divine Feminine. This is a long-term project that he's working himself into at this point, and with himself too. Okay, because he wants that long-term, and he knows for that long-term to happen, he will have to work himself in the right way. That's very, very important for him. Very, very important for him. Okay. So this is where his plans and situations in life is taking a complete turnaround, with his heart chakra opening up, the Sun, or calling for the actual divine masculine now to step into the scene. There's a complete renewal, a rebirth of this man that's going to happen, where his heart will tell him his purpose in life, where his mind will give him the clarity of his understanding, everything that is opening up. The doors are expanding, the doors are opening up for this connection in here for the twin flame, guys. So here you people are. Wow. Let's look at the Six of Pentacles here. Yeah, look, waxing quarter, expansion, ripe, becoming very fertile, becoming very stable. This connection is becoming very stable, guys. Very, very stable. And this movement is happening in the right direction with the Archer. It's only a matter of time, where he is working himself in the right direction now to make things happen, to make this connection really beautiful and stable, bringing back the wellspring of life into this connection. Let's look at the Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Five of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. This is a situation of his past, guys, where he had not been, and this is the Hangman energy where he's now sacrificing those situations. Look, diamond ring. This is the proposal. This is where he is walking towards you. Remember, we got the Queen of Cups in here. This is the partnership. This is where he is working. He wants this partnership very, very badly now. Very badly. From all the whip, from all the argument in the past, taking this partnership into the next level towards your marriage agreement, union, promise, compromise, whatever that needs to happen in this story with you guys, to make this new beginning of love happen and moving towards you in the right way. Let's look at the Queen of Wands and the Four of Swords. Wow. Wow. Am I not happy? Am I not happy, guys, for you? This is wonderful. The High Priestess and the Magician. Look, okay, so this is his subconscious mind. His subconscious, his inner knowing, his conscious knowing, his higher knowledge, that's going to be communicated, and this is what he's working on. He's a magician. He's the person who's getting his tools ready for the tornado. for this breakdown, for this liberation to happen with you guys. His thought process is a very, very intuitive, very psychic thought process of his own secrets that will be sooner or later exposed in front of you with his ideas and communication, where he will be inspired to take action in the direction that he has already thought it over in the right way here with regards to this situation that is changing and expanding for him in the right way. He's got clarity of belief, he's got the Mercury and the mind. There is a lot of mind work, lot of clearance of the mind structure, people. Lot of mind clearance in here with his old thought process. Let's look at the Three of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the Sun, which is a total renewal of his life path, which is pushing him out of the South node into the North node towards his own life story, guys. The Hanged Man energy, yeah. This is the enlightenment. This is a complete enlightenment of his spirituality, of his inspiration, and the crow here, where it's a magical story that's coming back into the surface, where the crow is bringing back, because crow is the spirit card, where the crow is bringing back all the dreams that he had lost, all the disillusions that he had been sitting in. His psychic ability is very, very high during this point in time. With Neptune, ruler of enlightenment, he's getting a total clarity of the situation, of what he now needs to work for, what he now needs to do, where he now needs to put his effort, what he now needs to balance back, how he needs to reorganize his own structure, his health, his wealth, his vitality, his emotions in the right way with the cross look, his destiny, his spirituality, his trials and tribulations, that is giving him the complete understanding with Pluto and judgment here. This, again, there is a complete dupe in here. It's a rebirth of his own structure in life, of his own purpose in life, of his old status quo being completely out of the way, guys, to bring in the new status quo of his own faith, of his own spirituality, of his own destiny, from all the trials and tribulations that he has gone through with you, people, that he has gone through with you in his life, okay? So it's a big change coming across to you in the next couple of days, where you might not know about it, but it's all happening to him, okay? It's all happening to him, and it will happen to him, guys. It will happen to him. Lot of expansion of his own psychic ability, more so, of the way now, of the way that he now needs to talk, of the way he needs to communicate, because he has understood. His life has taught him a big lesson. Let's remember that as well, okay? His life has taught him a big time lesson. Let's look at the waxing quarter, or the wellspring of life. Bringing back complete stability. This commitment, look. This is the commitment he's coming to, guys, with you, with the diamond ring. This is the proposal from all the difficulties of the fall, of that area of his life where he had not been able to move towards you, or make a promise or a commitment with you. Because he had not been paying attention to himself, let's put it like that. He had not been paying attention to himself. He was more in the collective, paying attention to those people who has taken his health, wealth, money, his vitality of life. They have sucked it out from him, So that's a story. He is coming to the point of his own understanding. And that's why he's becoming so stoic and intelligent now, with his own life path, what he now needs to do. Let's look at the diamond ring. Because he has realized that he cannot sit in that old energy anymore. And if he does sit in that old energy, he will not get anything in his life. Period. That's it. Over. Done with. Finito. With the diamond ring, he's got the dark night of the soul. Look. The dark night of the soul. And then he's got the awakening and devotion. There's a lot of gratitude towards you. Lot of gratitude that's coming back towards you, Divine Feminine. Okay, and that is the story that's going to open up with the summer card, which he has been hiding. He will talk about it now. He will let you know how grateful he is. Because of you, he's actually getting a new life. Let's put it like that. It might sound a little snobbish, but yeah, the truth is the truth. It's because of you, Divine Feminine, he's getting into that energy of getting back a new life path. Or else he would have been sitting in that old story with nothing in his life. Let's look at the High Priestess and the Magician. His mind, his psychic ability is very clear. Let me tell you that as well. And today he's coming to the point of understanding his own problems. That was his own story. Okay, where he now has realized that, that's not going to happen anymore. No. He will have to express his gratitude in the form of this commitment. He will have to show you how devoted he is towards you. And that is, he is walking through the night of making plans towards the story. With the High Priestess and the Magician, he gets the material world, the summer, and the tribe. Look, he's bringing this entire connection in the 3D, guys. With you, with your tribe, with your people, reinvention. Because now he's getting back into the energy of understanding his own story. And he wants to bring back this connection. That's why the Death card is here. That's why the 8 of Cups is here. Where he wants to now bring this connection in the material world and open this connection in front of his people. Expose this connection in front of the others now. He cannot hide it anymore. He knows that. Okay, let's be very clear about it. Like I said, it might sound a little bit difficult, but this is what it is. He had been hiding this connection. For some of you, I'm even getting that he had been hiding this connection because he was scared of other people gossiping about the story, which he's not going to do anymore. He's going to open it up. He's going to be a free bird. He's going to be a free bird, guys. Let's look at the Hanged Man and the cross in here. Forgiveness. Look. He knows his story. He's asking for a lot of forgiveness from you for numbing the story. You know, where earlier he had ignored this entire stuff and had not paid attention to you, Divine Feminine. Which earlier, like I said, he was scared of opening this entire story in front of the 3D world because he was not, like, the story is, you know, that he was scared of people talking about you and him. And now it's coming to the point, it's like, I don't care. If other people come to know, let them know. But I'm going to walk into my not node, with which he gets spring, because that is bringing back his own spiritual understanding and helping him to blossom. Okay, conclusion of the old. And what is the old? The deception. So everything, the trials and tribulations, understanding everything, and the bottom is the metamorphosis. The entire change is, the picture is on for you guys. The picture is on entire change in here. Look, big dreams. And this is what he's walking into, guys. He wants his wish fulfillment now. He had enough of fun. He doesn't want anything else. Patience. Okay, patience. Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, and Twin Flame. There you go. Oh my God. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Holy moly. I didn't see this. Okay, hold on. Metamorphosis. Big dreams. Beautiful. The answer is no patience. That means they're asking him to move forward. Impatience, okay? Impatience, not going back to the old story anymore. And then you get the divine masculine, you get the twin flame, you get the divine feminine, and you get the union. Do I have to say anything more, guys? This is your entire story here. And I didn't even see that. You saw this. I didn't even see that. It just like when I picked up the last bottom of the deck, that's where the message had been hiding. That's where the message had been hiding. I told you, I'm telling you that this union is coming back into the surface, and this time, this union is going to be in the 3D, not just in the 5D, guys. It's going to be in the 3D. That's where you people are heading towards in this situation in here. Okay? So enjoy this reading until we meet again after the 20th. Ladies and gentlemen, until then, take care. Goodbye. God bless. Khuda Hafiz. Namaste.